PNW. So I have zero doubt that they were first seed. All right, here we go. Starting out on PS2. Off to the races. Starting off with the projectile battle. Like I was saying, multiple ways Mario has to reflect those. The fireball itself, shield, this kind of perfect shielding, and then obviously cape. Okay, and here we see the flood. See how the flood disconnected the two of them? Like that could definitely be, like definitely play a role.
Man, just the damage output from Ices right now, putting Ludo at 75% here.
This is I'm just going to say this is kind of a weird game. Like the way that they're playing right now, just very kind of campy and just reserved. And like, it almost feels like even though like Ludo's at 100%, it almost feels weird. Like they haven't even hit each other that much. Now they're starting to scrap a little bit in center stage.
Yeah, good mix up there from Ludo. Going from one Ices to the other.
Oh my God!
Double Ices kill there with the F smash. It was just out there so long.
And the F smash looked like it was the size of the Empire State Building. That thing was so massive, hitting one Icy, and then it seemed like the explosion transferred to the other. Sometimes F smash just looks like a ginormous D&D fireball.
Right now it looks
the
like
back air not
Big
quite
D
taking it.
Really trying to get the edge guard here and might get it there. Man, that down tilt is a strong option.
I did not know. In down tilt we trust. I did not know that Ice Climber's down tilt was such a good move, but I've been seeing it now used multiple times at the edge to just solidify stocks. Oh, the air dodge hit.
God, the
not
grab
a good
setup
option
here. You got to be real careful. Chose to go for, you know, racking up damage. I'm not sure what like the thought process about what you go for, but I will assume that anything Big D is doing will probably be in Ice Climber's highest interest.
Yeah, I mean, I think he paused for a second there just to look at probably the what percent he was at, just to see like, all right, what do I have? What options can I go for? This is just interesting, like corner pressure game of like Ices trying to use it. So many tools in the F smash.
Again.
I'm even to eat my words about the up smashes being the way to take stocks. It's all about the F smash today against Ice Climbers.
My goodness.
And that's the second time reading Get Up, just not reading Get Up, but just reading a spatial option from Ice Climbers with an F smash. Big D's got to be thinking now, I gotta stop getting blown up by these. And the DI keeping Mario alive to 150.
Okay, and able to take out that stock there at 49%, but we were seeing Ludo pretty in control there. He was just had a lot of percent racked up, was definitely gonna just, you know, get smacked by either Popo or Nana at some point.
And as you're seeing that, like I was mentioning before the set started, Ludo's able to ladder both of them apart separately and was kind of ping-ponging back and forth between them, just trying to keep them separate and set up a situation where he could either kill, either one. So now it's down to solo Popo, and yeah, he's just dead. Even if he hadn't been dead from that hit, he was dead, because without his recovery partner, just no option to get back. That was fairly convincing. Like Big D able to get some good stuff going just at the ledge, but whenever he wasn't getting him at the ledge, he was either getting read by F Smash or just getting, I'd say, slightly outplayed in neutral. We're going to have to see some augmentation and adaptation from the game plan. You saw the Velociraptor finger on his mask there. He was thinking. He was a pensive man there for a second. Look at him. I mean, he's thinking right now, like, all right, what do I have to do? What do I have to adjust? Besides the stage selection, which I do like. Smaller game, smaller area. I think for Ice Climber, just less space to avoid all this stuff.
And Ludo doing a really good job and not letting that combo go on for too long here, because you know what happens when Ice Climbers get things going. You're going to rack up a lot of percent.
Yeah, in the blender.
Yeah, and potentially just lose a stock, because like right now it's looking like Big D's doing a pretty good job, but a very unfortunate
I just slipped past the ledge there. You saw the little shine of the fast fall, and as I saw that, as he went low below the scrim, like, Mario's not making it back from that. That's too deep for Mario. That's just, very unfortunate, and barely even has touched Big D, so that's like, starting to get lapped on this second stock.
Yeah, And right now, Ludo's going to have to do a lot of work to kind of bring this back to even. Even though he's looking quite in control here, I wouldn't be surprised if Big D manages to take another stock here.
Yeah, and we do have to be cognizant of the fact we are in best of 5 territory now, so that is a factor. There's more sets to work with, more counter picks to work with. All right, there we go. Yeah, getting that F smash to get him off stage.
Oh my goodness, and great use of that upbeat to teleport.
Oh my god, yeah. And I don't know if the upbeat teleport took away some of Ludo's momentum as he upbeat. I don't know if that interaction worked like that, but it kind of looked like it did. Anyone in chat who knows if that's a strat, please feel free to call it out. It looked like a giant brain play.
That whole, yeah, it might be some crazy Ice Climbers tech I'm not aware of, but right now it looks like Ludo, or this is just getting damage racked up on him. Oh no.
Yeah,
okay.
He's going to live off of that, but I mean, being totally candid right now, this is kind of looking like a game 2 wrap, and yeah, that F smash at ledge is going to take it. And that was just honestly just kind of an unfortunate, that initial SD into just I think the stage, he had no room to work with. Definitely favoring Ice Climbers in terms of being able to just have those big Ice Climber area controlling hitboxes that you couldn't really escape from.
And just constantly throwing out those hitboxes. Like, what are you supposed to do? You're stuck at ledge. You can't jump because you got that covered. Went for the ledge regrab, but put Ludo in an even worse position. I don't necessarily think that was intentional. Maybe thinking of maybe by jumping off ledge, Big D would go for like some sort of ledge guard option. Maybe he was trying to bait that out. It's really hard to say.
Yeah. And I do think that having more space, I'm not sure what the bans were, probably just Battlefield, and I don't actually know. I don't know what the obvious bans are. Maybe FD. Mm-hmm. But all right, going to small Battlefield. We'll have to see if this comes into play. I love how the beginning, it started off the same, just with the power shielded or the full shielded icicles, just starting out with a little bit of zoning. Jesus, just really starting to rack up this percent, and only missing the continuation because the reverse, the wrong side jab, giving Ludo his first opening to at least get a percent tacked on.
Yeah, really just looking for those openings there, throwing out fireballs, throwing out ice, just waiting for that moment. And right now, Ludo taking full advantage of the two ices being separated, but getting hit by that down air, kind of throwing him out of balance.
Now just kind of jockeying in center stage. Was looking for a flood activation, gets hit for it twice by the icicles.
Okay, getting those two up airs there. It looks like Ludo going for the air dodge to try to avoid any hits there, but it looks like really good pressure there from Big D.
Yeah, just throwing out those back airs, just wasn't able to get through them. And it kind of looked like Ludo kind of had gotten through them, but the thing with that like the two back air hitboxes, it's like one of them kind of hit him into the other, and it looked like he had gotten past it, but he actually hadn't.
They're racking up quite a bit of damage there right now, and it looks like they went for the side Bs. Surprising to see that option. I figured they'd go for like a grab or something, but maybe Big D kind of mixing things up to not be too predictable here.
Able to get around that ledge trapping. Back into center stage for control.
Okay, good use of flood, kind of getting backed up a bit.
Just back and forth, just looking for those kill options. Big D really wanting to go up 2 stocks. Obviously, Ludo's still looking for his first.
We just see Big D throwing out these active hitboxes. Ludo just for dear life trying to avoid them. Unfortunately,
again, the same interaction.
Yeah.
The reverse up smash and then the down smash and then you're dead. And now Ludo down
2 whole stocks.
Yeah.
Like, mind it be, Big D is about to die here.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, there's the up smash.
But this is still a lot to do.
Yeah, definitely a decent amount of work here. Nice parry. Only able to get the one side B off of it.
Okay. Really trying to get some of these scenarios where you can at least get one of the ice climbers going, but unfortunately, Big D getting Ludo stuck in this situation once again. I don't know what Ludo's able to do. Oh my goodness, just narrowly makes it out of there.
Yeah, and I think that I maybe miscalculated what in this matchup, like Mario's get off the side options against Icy's seem a little bit limited, like, and just Big D being really good about trying to follow him whenever he goes for those high up to center back to the middle of the stage. Like here he was able to, but it still is hard when your opponent knows where you're going, and it's just about, can I get through and not have my opponent smack me out of the sky.
Okay, good use of the back air, getting 2 hits there on the Ices, but at 120%, just moments away. Oh, good use of the S smash, but unfortunately, Big D smashes back.
Yeah, and that's going to be Big D going up 2-1.
Yeah, right now Ludo really needs to figure something out here. I thought Ludo has been adapting pretty well. It's just, it's difficult to get in on ice climbers without like kind of taking some collateral damage.
And he's just been stuck at ledge. He just has to avoid getting stuck in these ledge situations where he's either getting picked apart by these little chip ice attacks and then getting forced into a bad option, or just getting forced into a scenario where Big D can just follow him and knows exactly where he's going. Because then if he goes up high, then he just has to try and land on ice climbers. And it's not like Mario doesn't have some decent landing options, like that they're non-existent for Mario, but just hasn't been working out super well. So if Ludo can keep the game grounded in center stage where they're just playing a back and forth neutral, I think it's going to be better for Ludo, and we'll have to see if this counter pick also goes to a bigger stage. Yeah, back to PS2.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious about the bans that are going on here, because having this, like, you know, a little bit more wiggle room with this stage is definitely beneficial for Ludo, wanting, you know, a little bit more room, not to necessarily get kind of stuck in icy stuff. But right now, Ludo did a really good job at kind of like juggling both ice climbers, but right now, Big D, you know, fighting back, throwing out this wall of ice, and so then suddenly we are just back to where we started.
Yep, and I think we're going to see, I think the main reason Ludo went here and what we're going to see is just him making full usage of, look at how much space there is on the stage. So, like, he's able to separate out these two. Oh my gosh, just missing that. That was key.
No. Okay, thank goodness for Ludo wasn't stuck in the Ices combo there. It looks like Big D kind of let it go a bit early.
But not the fact that he wasn't able to confirm and get Popo or get Nana out of there. Okay, gets that. Now it's solo. Now you really can't lose your stock to this.
I don't know, man. I know Big D, and Big D is very capable with the solo Popo. This isn't a stock yet. This is actually the first time I believe Ludo was able to get them separated. This entire time we have just seen Ices after Ices.
Okay, but he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you get.
No, it could air dodge.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I spoke prematurely, but you gotta against the solo Popo, you gotta get the confirm so that you're taking advantage of the fact that that you've separated them. Taking quite some time to get that stock, still securing the lead, and it is officially tacking on some extra credit. Nice pivot cancel F tilts, 2 in a row just to send Big D across center stage.
Yeah, right now it looks like good positioning in regards to Ludo, just not getting too close and really just waiting for these moments where you might be able to hit both ice climbers, but unfortunately, due to the long commitment of that dash attack there, losing that stock.
Yeah, and a little bit of action like you had mentioned, hey, couldn't Popo just save you out of the ladder combo? That kind of just happened there, trying to ladder Nana, and then the down air coming out from the Popo just to separate out the two and actually hitting Ludo out of the ladder combo.
All right, racking up some good percent there, bringing it back a bit to even here. Ludo just not able to get back on stage right now.
Yes.
Oh no, I've seen this before. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know how you do that. Like, again, I don't know how ice climbers work. Being able to set one of them up with a charge smash.
I want to say it has something to do with the C stick. Like, you have to hold it in a position and then like release it. It's something like super complicated. I might be completely mistaken, but you have to be able to release it somehow, right?
Yeah. I don't know. The ice climbers are weird and technical, and I've played like 20 minutes of them once, and just like this character is hard and weird, so I just know very little about them in that regard. But definitely Ludo feeling the pressure right now as he is on his potential winner's side stock. Does not want to go down here, really wants to take advantage of the fact that we have the rule set that allows him to come back to PS2. I imagine there might be some people malding in the chat about the rules, and like, I don't really personally care too much, but I can understand why people wouldn't be a huge fan of it, just because, you know, being able to go back to the stage that you won on. But yeah, if Ludo's going to make something happen, really needs to make it work here. And unfortunately, trying to play conservative, but just getting slowly but surely chipped away.
And you see a lot of back airs here from Big D. Big D in a pretty good situation, I would say.
Nice.
You know, still
Love
having that
that
other stock, but right now, Ludo.
There it is.
Still in this right now, 105%. Will he be able to, you know, survive?
Yeah, very, very doable. Very, very doable. I mean, like, well, now can't survive too many more interactions. Back airs and up airs are gonna, I think, kill. Okay, let's get a ladder going. Not quite, though.
Okay, good patience there from Ludo. You know, you want to avoid anything that's going to set you up for failure. And right now, just barely not being sniped, but we've seen it.
And I was saying,
again.
The down tilt on the coming up on the stage, and just the thing is, when you're at like about 1/3.